Hello there everybody, this is Mafinji here, and while I fiddle with my microphone cable, welcome to another episode of Mapping. So, the first thing on our list to talk about is get out of spectator mode is, whoa, what? Say what? Oh, okay. Is Ruthless Perfectionism. I have a quite, what's the word for it? A quite obvious streak of perfectionism, and in that vein, I sort of redid this entire area because I wasn't happy with how it was looking. So I'm really happy with how it looks now, or at least the plans for it. So I'm going to talk about the plans for it. So we're going to have a little wood bridge here, then you're going to go down a ladder, and essentially this is almost going to be like a quarry. So there'll be paths made out of podzol and coarse dirt, as we had before, and there'll be little depots. There'll be sleeping quarters, so there'll be a building in this wall here with sleeping quarters and maybe an ore processing facility. There'll be coal veins everywhere. There'll be little mini buildings and trucks and piles of wood and piles of tracks, and there'll be minecart tracks going everywhere. And it will look like a working mine, effectively. And I need to apply a few more erode brushes here, because I don't like that at all. And then every now and then there'll be these little caves, and there'll be lots of coal in the caves and perhaps some harder spawners. There'll be minecart tracks, chest carts, carts everywhere taking stuff around and moving and jumping. And really it's, instead of having one big building, I'm going to have a more spread out mining operation so it looks more substantial, which I'm quite happy with, and I hope you are too, Mr. Viewer, or viewers, or whoever you are. Who are you people? This cave's a bit big. I don't know why I made it so big. And then maybe we will make a drill, build a big drill machine here on tracks, so it looks like it's going to find an area to dig in. So anyway, that's my project. But another thing to talk about today is redstone. So let us go into game mode 3. Okay. Game mode 3, and we shall fly back to the spawn through the Skeletron halls. Oh yeah, look, this looks quite weird. I find this quite funny. These are spawners encased in blocks, and you can see the little skeleton is vibrating slightly, which is quite weird. I don't understand why it's not rendering properly, but anyway. So there's all the redstone. I don't know if I've shown this on video. I have a feeling I have shown it on video, but I'm not sure. So the redstone is now visible. I turn off gamma bright. Yeah, I need to. One thing I need to add is a command block that changes the time to night when you teleport to the skeleton halls and to day when you teleport back, which won't be too difficult to do. I'll do that off camera probably. But anyway, here is, well, cave noises. Here is the redstone. This is how the map works. So let's do trigger st set 1. Okay, fine. I guess it doesn't ignore capitalization. There we go. There's the scoreboard. So I'm going to hop into a test world and show you how just this section here works. The simple section, really. I'm not going to go into too much detail. I'm just going to show you how I made the main scoreboard for the map work. And I'm nodding. Hello. Yes, we are going to do that. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. Okay, I will see you in the test world. Here are the new mobs that have gone in the Blood Keep. I quite like them. I used a special filter that combines spawners, so I have 3 different varieties of these guys, and they all get randomly spawned from the same spawner, which is quite a nice effect. So, let's start by getting myself a command block, and probably a button, I guess, just to activate them. So, scoreboards. Now, the scoreboard command is /scoreboard. So, there are several options when you do /scoreboard, but the option we're going to use is objectives. So, scoreboard objectives are those things that appear on the sidebar. And in our map, in my map, the objective is called Dark Horizons. So we're just going to create a scoreboard objectives add. We're going to add an objective called test. So, scoreboard objectives add test. Then we need to tell the game what sort of scoreboard it is. And there are many types. There are lag, there are all of these different types of scoreboard that you can use. There are many types of scoreboard, but the one we're going to use is dummy. Now, a dummy scoreboard is only affected by redstone. It's not a death counter, so it won't track your deaths. It's not tracking you using certain items, because it's only affected by redstone and players. So we're going to call it dummy. Sorry, the type will be dummy, and then we are going to call it test. Now, the first test is the actual name of the objective as it will appear on the scoreboard. The second test is what the objective is called when you're talking about it in redstone, in command blocks. And I always keep them the same because it is quite confusing when you have an objective that appears on the sidebar as Brian, and when you're typing it into command blocks, it's Clive, and it's really annoying. So I just keep them the same. So there, now we have added a new objective, test, successfully. So I am going to then add. First, I'm going to set that scoreboard to appear on the sidebar. So to do that, you do the same command /scoreboard objectives, then a subcommand set display. Then there are several locations. List, which is if you hit tab in multiplayer, it's that tab list. Scoreboard objectives, scoreboard objectives, set display, sidebar is what we want. There is also a below name, it will appear below the player name, and you can also have sidebars for different teams, so you can display sidebar, display objectives for only certain teams, which is very useful during PvP. Set display sidebar, and then we are going to have the objective that we just created, test. So now that objective has not appeared on the sidebar yet because there isn't anything on it. So in the map there are obviously, I'm going to turn off TMI, there are, from the first objective to the last objective, they go upwards on the scoreboard. So they disappear from the bottom up. So if we're going with the same theme that I had, the same colours, we would have to do scoreboard, players, set, and then now this is how we create fake players. So we essentially just assume that there is a player in the game, which there isn't, called whatever we want, and we give that player score on the scoreboard that we have, so it appears on the scoreboard. It's a fake player. So yes, that's how it works really. Set yellow, and we're going to give the fake player yellow score on the test objective, which is the objective we just created, and we're going to give it 1. So now it appears. Now the next colour, I believe, is red, and we're going to give red 2. And so on and so forth. I don't remember what's next. I think it's aqua. No, it isn't. It's I've already missed one. I don't remember. Set aqua, I don't know. There we go. So, and I just continued that way until I had done all 15 objectives. So, to recap, the /scoreboard command controls the scoreboard. You can add objectives with /scoreboard objectives add. Then you can do scoreboard objectives set display to show the scoreboards that you've created. You can use /scoreboard players to set and add score to particular players on the scoreboards. You can use it to make fake players. And there's all of this other junk here that you can do, but we won't go into that. Operation is maths. I like the operation command, it's very useful. So the next command is /scoreboard teams. I think that's all of them that you can have actually. /scoreboard, yeah, objectives, players, teams. Okay, so teams. We're going to add a team called yellow. And this is how we colour the players on the fake players on this scoreboard. So scoreboard teams add yellow. And done, really. So now we're going to add the fake player on the scoreboard to team yellow. So the scoreboard teams join is how we make players join. Join yellow, team yellow, and we're going to say, no, not me. We're going to say objective yellow. Now, you might think, oh, okay, fine, you've just added yellow to a separate team. Why have you done that? Well, because we can do this, /scoreboard, teams, option. And option allows you to change properties for that particular team. So we're going to select team yellow, and we're going to say color, and we can select color yellow. So now yellow is yellow. We just made yellow yellow. Fantastic. And that whole tedious process is repeated for all of the different objectives. So /scoreboard teams add red /scoreboard teams join red /scoreboard teams option team red, and we want the color to be red. There we go, and you just repeat that process ad infinitum if you so wish. Anyway, so we've done that. Fantastic. Now we're going to get some bedrock, and we're going to make a fake altar. So this is an altar. Well, it will be an altar soon enough, and we'll leave a hole in the side so we can put the command block in, and there'll be a button and then a sign, and the sign will say yellow altar. There we go. So that's our yellow altar. Now, what happens when you press the altar is there's a command block in the altar, and it has a set block command in it, which places a redstone block somewhere in the world. And in this case, it places a redstone block in that box of redstone that we saw under the spawn. So say we were to place the redstone block here, -4356 -20. Set block -46 minus no okay, I just forgot all the numbers. That's terrible. Usually I'm very, very good at that. -4356 20. Usually I'm very, very good at that. 4356 -20. Usually I'm really good at that. But on camera everything is so difficult. So if I press this button, redstone block. Now we have a block of redstone that has appeared. That is fantastic, because what that basically is wireless redstone. So now, when you press the altar, boom, this block of redstone is here, and now I can make this redstone block activate command blocks. So, to remove the yellow objective from the scoreboard, we simply have a command block here, and all it does is scoreboard players, and if we go back into here, the chat, we can do /scoreboard players, and then see the options. So you can set, add, remove, reset, list, enable, test, operation. Now the command we're going to use is scoreboard players reset, and then we're going to reset yellow. And reset removes the score of every it removes every score that yellow has. So essentially it will make this 0, and if this is 0, it goes off the scoreboard. It's completely removed from the scoreboard. So, oops. Oh, I didn't save the command. Scoreboard players reset yellow. Enter. Boom, gone. Yellow is gone. /scoreboard. Now I've got to undo that, which is very annoying. Scoreboard players set yellow, and then we're going to set test to 1. There we go. It's back. So when you press the altar, boom, yellow's gone. That's all it is. It's simply setting up the scoreboards, which takes a bit of time, but if you pause this video when you see the commands in chat, you can do it fairly simply. And then there's a little bit of wireless redstone using a set block command, which places a redstone block at the correct coordinates to activate the command block here that resets the players from the scoreboard. And that's not all it does, because it also tells you your total. And for that, you have another command block, and this is scoreboard players add total, which is another fake player, but instead of using the set command to set a score, we're using add to add to the score, so it keeps incrementing every time you hit an altar. Add total, and then test 1. So if we try it once more, we should now have an objective called total that appears and tells you your total number of alters. So I won't set up another one for red. I'll just change this command block here to reset red, and we'll pretend this is now the red altar. So you've completed another area of the map and you've just found the red altar. So it's the exact same process, and now your total is 2. Now there are other things that happen, and the redstone is set out a bit differently to this, but that's the basic concept. You have a scoreboard. Whenever someone hits an altar, it's wireless redstone, and that wireless redstone resets the fake player on the scoreboard. So I hope you've understood that. I'm not very good at explaining redstone, so I sincerely hope my description managed to get through to you. So, well, yes, that's Icon has redstone. So we're going to hop back into the map and talk about what we're going to do next. So here we are back in the map. I have done a bit of building off camera. I tend to work a lot better off camera than I do on camera. I'm not sure why, it's just a thing. And I also, as you just probably heard there, I feel like yawning whenever I speak on camera. I'm not sure why that is. I've done debating and I never want to yawn during that, but even though I'm speaking more than I do on camera. But yeah, I don't understand. So anyway, we're going to go into the area because I've made some changes. Here's basically the theme that we're going to go for this area. Then there's the wood bridge, as I said. There are these lights, which I really like. Then you go down the ladder. And I've barely built any of the mine. I've just built this tiny little section of it. Then there'll be the dormitories through here. I really like these lamps, actually. Well, those ones, not particularly those ones, but these ones I like a lot. And the bridge has some supports on it, which I think looks quite nice. And from down here, that sort of quite busy wood, spruce wood and normal wood theme with some dark wood highlights is very nice. And I'm very pleased with it. So on camera, I'm going to be doing a bit of the brush work. I need to make this brush bigger. No, I don't. I'm going to keep it how it is. So this is the how I'm doing the paths, and I'll explain why these granite blocks are here, because they won't be there in a second. Let's turn on gamma right so we can actually see where we're going. So I'm just going to do a path down to here in case I want to change this. So then there'll be a mine in here with some coal, and then there'll be some miner mobs. We've got to make custom miner mobs, which will be quite fun, I think, and I will do it on camera this time. I won't forget to record making the custom mobs, because they are a big part of mapping, obviously, the custom mobs. And there will also be a path going this way, and there'll be paths going up there and all around different places. Maybe we'll just do one more. Let's have a path going up here. Here might be a depot for carts. I'm not sure. I'll build it. It will all happen eventually. So the reason I have this cave comes out here. I didn't realise that. Okay, well I guess we're going to have to do more path to connect it all together. So originally this brush was granite here. This granite with coarse dirt and podzol, but if you do that and you keep applying the brush, because the mask for this brush is granite, it keeps replacing itself and you only get podzol and coarse dirt. So I've added a different block here, and then I have this other brush which I just use to go through and to get rid of the other type of granite and turn it into the normal granite, to give the sort of not completely covered with podzol and coarse dirt. Look, I don't like this. I'm going to change that out. Swap these two blocks around. There we go. That looks quite nice. There may be a podzol there. I don't know. Break that. See? Ruthless perfectionism. And then we're going to go back through with this brush and just get rid of some of the blocks to make the path look a bit worn and not man-made. Put it that way. Not completely straight and flat and uniform. We want it to have a bit of structure to it. I think the podzol kind of looks like mud, which is the theme I'm kind of going for here, because this is a busy work site. And carry on round through this cave and Then let's go back out and do the final path, which is through here. I think, anyway. I might have missed some. I've probably missed some. I usually do miss something. I haven't missed this cave. Anyway, so I'm going to turn off camera right. I'm going to do a lot of the building. I quite like that. Maybe the paths should be bigger, thicker. Especially around this area, because this is a fairly central area. So just go back through. Do I like that more? This is how I build, basically. It's trial and error. Take things I like, get rid of things I don't like, and turn off camera right. Yeah, I like that more. So if you're up here, and it is quite an impressive area, if you're up here you're thinking, oh god, there's minecarts flying around, and there's miners walking around, and there's coal ore, and then there are lights, and there's things happening. Yes. Things happening. Things happening is what I just said. Okay, so I'm going to keep building, pause the video for now, and come back in a second. So we're back. I've decided that I will not be doing any more work on the Superco Mining Outpost today. I'm a little bit tired, and I don't really feel like doing any more building, but just suffice to say that earlier, in between segments, I did a little bit of brainstorming, and I think I know what at least one of these areas is going to look like, and we will be working on that probably 2 or 3 episodes in the future. So those are coming up in the future. And I will also add that I'll probably build these 3 areas quite quickly and probably try and squish them all into one video, because I want to get this map finished. The school holidays do not last long, and I'd like to get this map out before we go back to school. Or before I go back to school. I'm not sure what the school situation is in other countries. I only really know what happens in Britain, because that's where I live, and that's all I really need to know. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you again soon.